Dale's sudden disappearance in young Sheldon's season May 7 shed light on why Meemaw was tough on Amy in The Big Bang Theory. Meemaw's boyfriend hasn't been seen in young Sheldon's season 7 for quite a while now, and his whereabouts are currently unknown. Dale's absence from recent episodes may be his way of distancing from Meemaw's issues after having to deal with them for quite a while now, leaving Meemaw feel abandoned. Young Sheldon season 7 has one character suddenly disappearing, and it explains why Meemaw was so scary in The Big Bang Theory. Surprisingly, Connie Tucker has been at the center of an ongoing storyline in the prequel's final year instead of being relegated to a supporting player. Since her house was destroyed in the young Sheldon season 6 finale, Sheldon's Meemaw has been dealing with one crisis after another. Her biggest setback came when her illegal gambling den and all the other businesses tied to it were shut down. To avoid jail time, she now has to do community service. Meemaw's current struggle was never mentioned in The Big Bang Theory. Despite the character being mentioned several times, Connie only appeared once in the nerd-centric sitcom. She didn't even return to Pasadena for Sheldon and Amy's wedding. Since none of the Coopers were in The Big Bang Theory finale, she also didn't get to celebrate her Moonpiece Nobel win. Much has been said about how the Coopers were worse in the nerd-centric sitcom than in the prequel. However, the way Meemaw's story is shaping up, young Sheldon may be able to explain why she was terrible in the flagship series. As it is, Meemaw's current situation is already difficult. However, it's quite disheartening that she couldn't get any real help from her family, except for Sheldon, who even considered taking the bar to become her legal representative. While Dale took her into his home, it wasn't without any commotion. He continued to be helpful, but it felt forced at times. Still, it was better than nothing, which may now be the case since Dale has been absent in young Sheldon's season 7 for quite a while. Unfortunately, there hasn't been any information on his whereabouts. It seems like he just disappeared. Even as Meemaw struggles to come to terms with the severity of her mandatory community service in young Sheldon season 7, episode 10, Community Service and the Key to a Happy Marriage, she doesn't mention her boyfriend. Considering their conflict when they started living with each other at the beginning of the year, it's curious if they got into another fight. Regardless, it's odd that Dale is suddenly nowhere to be seen when he has been prominent in earlier episodes of the season, even joining the Coopers for a family dinner. Dale's demeanor explains Meemaw's attitude towards Amy. Admittedly, Dale has been very helpful with Meemaw throughout this whole ordeal, but occasionally, he makes it seem like he only does it because he's compelled to. His recent disappearance suggests that he may be distancing himself from all the issues after dealing with them for so long. Feeling like a burden and potentially abandoned by the person you love may have contributed to Meemaw's frostier and guarded outlook in The Big Bang Theory. It's worth noting the older version of Connie was far from the sassy but loving iteration in the prequel. This may also be the reason why Meemaw was overprotective of Sheldon when she visited Pasadena. Despite knowing the less-than-ideal way that Mandy and Georgie started in young Sheldon, Connie was more than accommodating to Cece's mom. However, Meemaw was judgmental and horrible towards Amy in The Big Bang Theory, since she knew that she left her Moonpie once.